Welcome to the Schmoopydady streaming experience. I am your host, Schmoopydady. In case the first time you're watching one of these guides, I'm a monthly Hearthstone Wild Legend player who typically hits Legend first of the month, and after that I goof off. When I goof off, I play your decks, but I also like not only doing meta reports and highlighting good decks in the meta, but also or bait testing, but also bringing in people better than me to show me how they play their favorite pet deck. And I think one of the decks that definitely looks great on paper that I have heard conflicting reports about is this Boogie-Down version of CTA. And so I have the privilege of having one Jacque come and join me, and I'll let him introduce himself. Jacque, hello.
Hey everybody, you might remember me from the Reno Hunter guide. I was really big on tempo then, I'm really big on tempo now. What you might not know is before Reno Hunter, I cut my teeth a lot on CTA. I got back into Hearthstone with XL CTA with Order in the Court, and I just stuck with the deck. I know these minions inside and out. And this version of the deck is quite good.
Yeah, it's funny, at the time, I think you weren't as plugged into the community yet socially, so I didn't call on you to do the XL CTA guide, and I absolutely could have, and I got Filterphobe instead. But I think I even said last time we did Reno Hunter, if I could have picked anybody in the community, I think, to do a guide on some sort of call to arms deck, your name, I think, is on like a short list of like top 3. And it's probably very easily top 1, to be completely honest. You have a lot of reps with this.
For a moment there, I was very Sparrowclaw-esque, that's for sure. I've always, up until recently, I've always been disconnected with the community. I found Corb's Discord originally because someone told me that's where they got their deck list for like Miracle Rogue back in Nathria. And I was like,
whoa.
In like the in-game chat, I'm like, oh, I'll go there.
And now look at you. You're everywhere. You even stream occasionally.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. All right. So without too much more bullshit, let's hop right into gameplay. All right. So what is the purpose? What is my my game plan when I am playing this version of Call to Arms Paladin?
We'll start at the very highest level. You're the aggro. You're the beatdown. You're killing the opponent. How are you killing the opponent? You have a lot of 1-drops, a lot of 2-drops. You have Boogie-Down to summon a lot of 1-drops. You have Call to Arms to summon a lot of 2-drops. You then use your buffs to make those 1-drops and 2-drops actually scale a little bit into the mid-game and hope to kill them before the late game. That's what you're trying to do. Now, in comparison to previous Call to Arms builds, notably the XL versions, those were more about try to stick threats through board clears or stick like individual threats and just keep on like keeping a persistent board. Kind of throw that out the window. This is all about you have infinite waves of threats. You're hoping one of them gets through. Every minion in this deck is expendable. Send them.
That's so funny. So you're just chucking stuff out and you're being like, all right, deal with this. All right, deal with this. All right, deal with this. And that kind of works in this meta because I feel like it's not like the control decks have infinite clears, right? Like even something like TikTok Warlock, which is very popular, kind of has like a couple of premium clears, and after that, like they do run out of things to stop you from making more things.
Yeah, I would have way more wins if Domino Effect was still at 4, and in fact, send it up to 5 while you're at it. But yeah, there's the control decks, they can be squeezed out a little bit for sure. And notably, the other like aggro deck in the format is like Disco Warlock. Why I like this deck a lot more than that deck, at least head to head, is we also get to play Prismatic Beam. One notable thing, but I'll mention that during the deck construction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So let's hop straight into then deck construction without any hesitation. I know there's at least one very important spell that's missing here, but we have a great reason for missing it.
Well, let's start with
bread and butter stuff. Yeah. Well, all right. I'm putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Call to Arms. So we're playing Call to Arms. And we're playing it with the good Call to Arms minions. That includes Trapdoor Spider, Weblord, Gold Panner, Crab Rider, Leodrin. These are the minions that have seen play for a while. The only one that we're kind of lacking is like that Dirty Rat sort of spot. But the deck doesn't really want it. But Boogie-Down is back. We got Boogie-Down summoning 3 1-drops. That's crazy. What are the good 1-drops in Wild? Well, we have Iron Deep Trog, we got Miracle Salesman, Righteous Protector, and Sanguine Soldier. High quality, especially that Iron Deep Trog. Good in this meta, not probably great in every meta. If you think back to, more Soul Barrage heavy metas, it was probably a much worse card than it appears now. So it wasn't just a card that we were missing this entire time.
Can we expand on that? Why now? Why now for Iron Deep Trog? It's been a minute, and I see it everywhere now. Is that just a fad that everybody's trying it, or does it actually have game specifically because of a couple decks?
I think it's a couple decks, and notably like the lack of a couple decks. I know Iron Deep Trog and the Boogie-Down build sort of started to originally rise to prevalence to fight trees. Tree and Druid can have a lot of problems if they don't draw Blood Treant versus this card.
Yeah.
And if you are kind of the main aggro deck in the format, notably we aren't seeing like a ton of pirates around right now because they really have been dying to like Reno Lock.
Token Druid too.
Also losing,
not Token Druid.
Yeah, and they're also losing
Token DH.
Yeah, they're losing to Token DH. So there's not many pirates running around. So there's no Brigands or Patches to kill off an Iron Deep Trog. So the 1/2 body doesn't have to really contest a 2/2 body, a 2/1 body on the other side of the board all too often. It's instead fighting like, Party Fiend, other Iron Deep Trogs. The losing matchup for the card nowadays is Miracle Salesman. Other 1-drops that are in the deck, Miracle Salesman, just a high quality card. Play this over Peasant. Card's crazy. Righteous Protector is sort of that Dirty Rat spot I was sort of alluding to in Call to Arms. Sanguine Soldier. You can ignore the damage. Actually, the worst part about this card is it is a battle cry card with our Weblord. It mostly doesn't come up because it comes on line beforehand, and having more Divine Shields helps versus like Warrior. It makes them have to find their aftershocks to be able to clear your board as easily, but Sanguine Soldier is sort of just like the last good 1-drop. We want to play a lot of 1-drops, and you're like, oh, but Boogie-Down is only 1 card in your deck. How often are you actually going to draw it? Well, we added another card that draws Boogie-Down, Stoneheart Vindicator. Shouts to Corb for this version of the build.
It's the first person I saw do this.
Tweaked a little bit.
Yeah.
Stoneheart Vindicator draws spell that costs 3 or less. The only one we're playing is Boogie-Down. It costs 0 this turn. This is Boogie-Down on a 3/1. Boom, boom, boom. Turn 3, you're trying to flood the board. Doesn't play well with Weblord, but you can figure that out. You've got a million 1s and 2s drops. Just play one of the other ones first. Notable cards that aren't in the deck because we want to tutor Boogie-Down. Showdown.
Yeah.
This is a Prismatic Beam without Showdown. As this deck is sort of the main Hackro deck, Showdown didn't feel that good in this version of the deck, in my opinion. Not sure how you felt. The loss of like Ursine Maul to tutor out Prismatic Beam made Showdown less consistent. The fact that like our board buffs, Crusader Aura isn't the only one we're leaning on anymore, so we're not trying to tutor that out as much. It's Showdown just felt a little worse in this deck, that's for sure. We also aren't playing Oh My Yogg or Sword of the Fallen. We've
kind of cut that package for more like decent 1-drops.
Yeah, you just it's Oh My Yogg and Redemption and Sword of the Fallen. They've sort of seen a little bit of play experimentation with this 30 30 build of Boogie-Down, but I didn't find protecting my boards all too important. And rather, you can just summon another one, uh, and it's instead of forcing them to have two spells, just force them to have another clear. Uh, Sometimes you would like to have Oh My Yogg, versus the right combo matchups or versus the right board clear on time, but the consistency of just always being able to flood the board again and again and again, and the moment that they can't clear, you're buffing your board, you really start to feel the power of the deck. How are we buffing our board? Crusader Aura. Crazy card.
Yeah.
Crazy card. We know this
Yeah,
card's
we all had
crazy.
to spend 800 duts to make 2 of these. Like,
I
it's just
just
so
did
good.
it.
It's just so
Uh,
good.
the other card that I am sure is soon to leave the deck when it goes up to 5 mana, Flight Maneuvers. Flight Maneuvers is very strong. It summons 2 5/3s with Divine Shield always. But what actually happens with this card is you normally just play the Shattered version, the 1/1 plus Divine Shield, just turning your Trogs into 2/3s with Divine Shield, or your Salesmans into 3/3s with Divine Shield, or just Crab Rider to 2/5. It just makes the board so much more annoying to clear. It's a headache. Nothing works out when Flight Maneuvers buff is around. And the last buff that we're playing in the deck, because we play one legendary, we need to play one of, it is Flash Sale. Originally, Corb, in his build, he had 1 Tigress plushie, 2 Flash Sale, no Beam. Beam is just so powerful. It kicks other aggro decks off the board completely.
And it goes face.
It goes face. It's just
Does
such a
go
power
face.
one of, or power two of in this case. And Flash Sale is just sort of, it's a nice buff. You can just buff everything, give your board stats. You hope to draw the other ones, and hopefully you do with Gold Panner and Miracle Salesman.
The buff to Noyotron that pops out of the Flash Sale 2 can't necessarily be understated either. Like, it's a nice body to come off the back of, oh yeah, I'm also like, messing with the breakpoints of my minions. It's also like, oh wow, now I'm also protecting them with this, River Croc with Taunt and Divine Shield. That's sort of annoying to try and get around, especially if I'm another aggro deck.
Flash Sale was always very good versus Disco because of that 2/4 taunt that comes out, but also it gave your board a ton of health versus Soul Barrage. Now
Big
the deck
butt's always good.
isn't
Yeah.
really, that the deck isn't really looping Soul Barrages over and over again like it is, or like it was, but health is good on board, baby.
Yeah. 2 things I want to go back to. Thing number 1, I actually in XL Call to Arms Paladin, I think it was like the first time people were saying it was like the best deck in the format, but also unplayable. I at one point actually cut Dirty Rats for Righteous Protector because I was so pissed because the Dirty Rats always cost 4 and were sitting in my hand, and I could use the taunt, and I didn't want to pull a minion, but I could drop a Righteous Protector. And I know we're doing a slightly different build. We're including Boogie-Down, but it's funny that you said that that's in the rat slot because I was just like, I feel a little vindication. I feel a little vindication that it's found its way back into the list.
Righteous Protector sees play in like standard now, and not just like the turbo aggro build, like the sort of mid-rangey Paladin deck as well. High quality card.
Yeah, it's never going to be like, oh, I shouldn't say never, but it's hard to be bad when you're basically trading off 2 for 1 in the early game to just get around it.
It's also protecting really good minions. It's protecting Weblord. It's protecting Crab Rider. It's protecting Trog. If you're on the coin, unfortunately, sometimes you're on the coin.
Yeah.
You can go Trog Coin Protector, and it's like, what is that DH opponent going to
right.
do?
The other thing I wanted to bring up was it's so funny you said with the Flight Maneuvers, we're mostly just casting it for +1/+1 and Divine Shield. This was like the only Shattered card I thought was actually going to see wild play, in the sense that I thought on its own, it has an effect that you would absolutely pay 4 mana for, and just happening to summon 2/5/3 Drakes at the same time and giving them also the benefit would have been just the icing on the cake. Like, if they just printed a card that was 4 mana, gave your minions +1/+1 and Divine Shield, like, we'd think about it in this deck.
I think we would cut flash sale for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If with the flight
yeah.
maneuvers.
It's just we have
Go
the
ahead.
minions. We don't need the dragons.
Yeah, right. Let's go to Mulligan. So your Mulligan is actually, I found your Mulligan really interesting because we were talking a little bit for THL, possibly scouting this as a list to bring in the future because of how competitive it is right now. What is your like? Let's say you got like 5-second Mulligan. Somebody's loading up the deck. You got to run, but you're like, all right, yeah, look for this, and then you got to roll. What's your basic bitch Mulligan?
First, across the top of that basic bitch Mulligan flyer that we're handing out, it says "Don't get baited." Okay,
Right.
Because
Right.
what we're keeping, Vindicator, Boogie-Down. That's all we're really looking for.
I love this.
There's asterisks afterwards, but these are the 2 cards you want. Don't keep Call to Arms. Don't keep Flight Maneuvers.
Crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
I'll go into more depth specifically, and it's less so a product of Call to Arms, not being like as powerful. It's more a product of the deck, but I'll break it down as we get to more like specific mulligans for sure.
Sure.
Other cards that you want in your opening hand, Iron Deep Trog going first against a deck that cares about their spells or a deck that is on the coin. It is very good. You can just keep Iron Deep Trog going first against most decks versus decks that board state matters, maybe Disco. You can consider keeping Miracle Salesman or Sanguine Soldier because these 2 attacks are going to be really good if they play their own Iron Deep Trog, or if they play like Party Fiend. You just want more attack into their board wide buffs.
Yeah, you're trying to keep them narrow as best as you can, right? Or be able to trade up into buffs. Yeah, because they do buff. Their game plans to try and buff those boards frequently.
If you're up against 7/7/7 Rogue, keep you want Iron Deep Trog, of course, but you want Weblord as well. Here's a little trick though: don't Weblord on 2. You want to summon an Iron Deep Trog, that gets killed by the weapon, the 2/2 tradable weapon or bone shards, and then the Weblord comes, and that's when they explode. It's about other minions leading the way for the Weblord. Gets either Iron Deep Trog or Righteous Protector in the way. Just something that once you've seen they've used their small amount of removal, it's like, now we're gonna kill you.
Nice.
Call to Arms, why it's not a keep in this deck. It says recruit 3 minions that cost 2 or less. You are pulling so many 1-drops with this card nowadays. We're playing good 1-drops, but it is not nearly as good as 3 2-drops like it used to always be.
Right.
Call to Arms is really good once you've gotten a lot of the 1-drops out of your deck. I might sometimes keep it with Boogie-Down. That's a big might though, because if let's say I have 1-drop Boogie-Down Call to Arms in my hand, well, I'm still gonna have 4 1-drops in my deck at the point that it's time to play Call to Arms. It's still probably gonna pull 1 or 2, and that's just a less powerful card when I could have had just maybe a better curve, more options along the curve or something.
Right. And not for nothing, on 4, we kind of want to be buffing whatever we just summoned with Boogie-Down, right? Like, I imagine we want to now, like, scale that up a little bit and start going face and start punishing. not necessarily. You might want to sit on the. In my like just like sort of reading tea leaves on how this plays out. You might not want to call to arms on curve if you've already boogied down, because you might want to sort of stagger your threats and allow and do something else on 4, and then maybe call to arms as a turn 5 or a turn 6 play after your first board gets cleared. I don't know. So like I could see definitely there being better plays, and this not really being keep too much anymore.
Yeah,
The
you are exactly right
Yeah.
because one, Iron Deep Trogs off a Boogie-Down might just fill your board. You might not have spots, and it's almost like the Pirate Garrote Rogue that was like popular in Wild, where
Yeah.
sometimes you'd hit a really aggressive start and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do because I can't like play more pirates to draw more cards, and then you realize, oh, I can't play more pirates because I'm attacking them in the face. Like I've actually already am winning. There's no need to panic that I'm not like advancing my game plan in the way I normally have to if it gets cleared.
real, real. I remember that deck. Um,
Fun.
And then also interesting to make note that Flight Maneuvers is not good in the Mulligan. One of the features that the Shattered cards have had that has really given them a boost in Wild has been the fact that they appear to be Mulligan outliers. They're always one of the best cards to keep in the deck, so it's really interesting that Flight Maneuvers is bait.
I kept it a lot in the Mulligan because I saw those stats and I thought, wow, that seems really good. It looks just as, it's like a step below Boogie-Down. Wow, that's incredible. I'll keep the card. Why you want to keep the card is to combine the two shattered halves. And, in standard, potentially like play it on curve. That doesn't really happen with this deck. Yes, you can sometimes play it on curve, but normally how it lines up, they'll combine on 5 because, just like you have like 1 drop and 2 drops, but you actually wanted to play like a Boogie-Down you drew or something outside of it, so you aren't as focused on combining it. It's going to combine a little bit later than you might think it does because you aren't going to beeline for it because it's not this power spike the same way it is in standard.
Right, the two bodies are just
And
not good enough on turn 4.
yeah, the 4/2 Drakes, 5/3 Divine Shield, it's like those are way less scary than a trapdoor spider with the Divine Shield on it, you know? And so you just don't need it around. I know the stats look good on it. I know the texture of your game is keep on deploying threats, and then whatever buff you have in hand, you play them. Everything else is like secondary to it.
And it's not really developing threats. It kind of is later, but like it's better. It's better even. I could even see it being better with the hero power, right? You don't. You'd rather start filtering. Sorry, filterphobe. You start filtering like your 1-drops. You want to filter your 1-drops out of your deck so that your call to arms gets better, and then everything else sort of goes from there. All right, that makes a ton of sense to me. Anything else? Any other specific mulligans before we move on to like tips and tricks, little things that you think are not obvious about the deck that improve how we play the deck?
Last part of the mulligan. Back on the
Go
bottom
ahead.
of the flyer. We're going to repeat what we put on top of the flyer. Don't get baited.
Don't get baited.
Find Boogie-Down, find Vindicator. Okay? You can keep a 1-drop once you've gone and searched for those. Mull your 1-drops because you've got a million that you're going to draw them.
You're going to draw them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I find lists like this kind of cushy just because you can aggressively mulligan like that, and you're always going to have a play. Right? Like, it feels terrible when you go for an aggressive mulligan and then your hand is garbage afterwards and you're like, oh, man, I can't play this deck. As opposed to, like, this feels a lot more like, no. It's okay to gamble and go get your power cards. You'll always have something to do.
Exactly.
All right. Well, if that's the case, any other tips or tricks that are, like, not totally obvious at first looking at the list?
Yeah, tips and tricks. If you haven't played with Liadrin before, it does not say minions that you summon that are 2 or less get Divine Shield and Rush. It says summon less attack than this. So if you have buffed Liadrin in any way, this was easier in previous versions of build, but let's say Crusader Aura or something, you can buff larger minions like your Stoneheart Vindicator, or perhaps your dragons off of flight maneuvers, and you can get those to have Divine Shield and Rush.
Gross.
This isn't super common, but make sure to read the actual words on your cards a little bit. Second tip is Trapdoor Spider does not need to attack if it is in stealth. If your opponent didn't play anything into the Trapdoor Spider and you don't feel like pushing the one, keep it in stealth. It might be annoying them,
Yeah.
You never know. Second tip with Trapdoor Spider and stealth, it messes up domino effect. Put it on the edge.
Oh, so you would put it. Oh, so now they have to do it one way. Now we're critically thinking about, okay, what is their perfect domino effect, and how best can I fuck with it?
Yeah, that is also the second tip and trick, or the second tip and trick about playing around board wipes is try to think about the cards that are played actually. The cards that really beat you, and see if they can see if you can beat them. Notably, Defile, and now Domino Effect. These are the two you need to think of, and think about them, and like put it in your brain. It's like don't think about those cards when you pass the turn. Think about them when you're about to play your turn. I think it's like I played in the Domino Effect as soon as I press my green button.
Right.
You just take a moment to think about that.
How often do you swear at the Vindicator for playing you into Defile?
It's happened before, but I also think about the board I wouldn't have had if I didn't have Vindicator.
So it's just they have it or they don't. You just accept it with the Vindicator. I know in the past you've looked at Miracle Salesman and been like, all right, I'm going to play this over, let's say, Peasant, because it's like, all right, well, Peasant keeps starting Defiles for me, and I hate freaking Peasant now. So I was just curious, how much this is irking you, or not really. It's just kind of like, whatever. This freaking thing just drew 4 cards from my deck.
Yeah, tip and trick with Call of Arms in general is you must be fully numb to play this deck. Every removal spell that is thrown at you, you must simply accept. It is fate. It will happen. It's okay. You used to have to be really numb as you watched your Oh My Yogs turn on you, but it's like, it's okay. You just send out another board. They might not have more removal. Send out another board. They had it all the time. That's okay. I've ran out of minions in this deck. KVLT on Sulthurus Warrior has decked to me before. His final board clear was Hardcast Ceaseless Expanse. That should go back up to 125 just so it can't be cast versus me.
Fair enough. Go ahead. Any other tips or tricks?
Last little tip, and it's a little matchup specific or card specific. Iron Deep Trog is running around, notably in this deck, some in Disco. I'm sure some people are experimenting in other aggro decks. You can cast things like Snake Oil and Coins to reduce your Prismatic Beam versus Iron Deep Trog. And that can get you a lot of mana. So it's, you can...
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, maybe they boogie down first. My salesman died. I have Coin. It's like, oh, I'll cast Coin, Coin, and I'll cast a Snake Oil, and now my Prismatic Beam is free, and I can also go my own one-drop Boogie-Down to really sweep the board the other way.
Gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like that. All right. How about common mistakes that everybody makes?
Common mistakes is Weblord is symmetrical. If you have played with Weblord a lot, you understand this. You know how to sequence around it. You know if I'm going to play Vindicator on 3, don't play Weblord
on 2.
This is a big pain point to the deck if you aren't looking at it. That is okay. You get caught by it maybe twice in your life, and you're like, okay, I won't get caught again. Second big mistake. Miracle Salesman gives you a snake oil that you can trade. That's
Sure
awesome.
does.
It's kind of like a card draw.
Uh-huh.
Stoneheart Vindicator can draw snake oil.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh, this will more likely happen after you've already cast the first Boogie-Down.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, I needed to dig for more fuel earlier, and now my Vindicator isn't online. You know, that's okay. Just be conscious of it, that it's like, oh, I'll spend my 1 mana. I'll spend my 1 mana before, playing my Stoneheart Vindicator, so I'm like set up for the Boogie-Down to be finale and everything. And I can see an extra card, see if I want to change my play. No, Vindicator, then trade the snake oil, then Boogie-Down.
Gotcha. My follow-up to that is, because the question came up in chat, it's like, okay, so when am I trading the snake oils? I mean, I think you already kind of alluded to it.
Yeah, it's you are totally fine to trade them. You don't need to like hold back and be like, oh, but what if I draw Vindicator? If you need a board, go get cards that build you a board. Sometimes just playing 1-drop, 1-drop, 2-drop, build your own call to arms in this way, totally fine. If you need board buffs, trade away your card for board buffs. Go find the cards that you need. If the cards are in your hand aren't working.
Sounds great to me. I don't know. Any other mistakes that people commonly make? I think it's worth making note, just again, that it's bait to actually keep Call to Arms in this deck, even though that seems sacrilegious to the archetype. But just that's probably also a common mistake that people would make, just picking up this deck and playing it from scratch.
Yeah, Call to Arms, keeping it was a common mistake I made until you just start looking at it. You play it, and you're like, oh, that was a Righteous Protector, and a Sanguine Soldier, and a Crab Rider. Huh. That was like a lot less stats than I expected. Oh, it's kind of always like that. You see Call to Arms way less in this deck because there's no way to tutor it out. There's really no reason to keep it in the mulligan. You see it as much as like Crusader Aura, which is like a card that you really want to draw. You also want to really draw Call to Arms, but both those cards want to be drawn into that mid game that this deck doesn't have a late game, so everything is the mid game for this deck.
All right. You ready to hit some ladder with it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. And then you'll start spectating.
We in this game?
Only need 2 more wins for 3,500 paladin wins. Look at us go.
Real quick, I do not believe we are friends in game.
We're not friends? Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, here, I'm watching the stream also, but I will.
Oh God,
send
no!
you my...
Here, I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I'll copy you real quick.
There we go.
I don't know. We haven't needed to face each other, and we. No offense, we play at very different MMRs.
That is true.
That
is very true. All right, so now we're friends now.
Yes, I'm spectating.
My opening hand.
Hello, friend.
There we are. My opening hand looks like Garbo. I don't have Boogie-Down. I don't have Stoneheart Vindicator. It is a Warlock. I don't know what flavor of Warlock, but we don't have Iron Deep Trog, so I think it's safe to just toss these.
Chip it. And this is kind of ties back into the don't get baited story. Is I don't know, you had 1-drop, 2-drop, didn't look too bad. Don't get baited.
Don't get baited.
We didn't hit our 1-drop. That's okay.
30 seed. Okay. I know we spent a lot of time saying, hey, don't play your Weblord on 2. But if it's one card that's going to mess with Seedlock early in the game, I feel like it's Weblord. I'm interested to see what you have to say, though.
Play that Weblord on 2.
Okay.
What I meant by saying, like, don't play that Weblord on 2, I meant if your hand has a game plan to play like a Vindicator.
Gotcha.
Or like to follow a Sanguine. Weblord's a great card. We want to play it on 2 because we put in our deck. Ah, well, that's okay.
That's fine.
All right, well, let's boogie down.
We had the Boogie-Down in hand, so I don't feel bad about that at all.
Yeah. Now, here's the thought process. Clear this board, then we can Stoneheart Vindicator. They have not cleared this board. Okay. In fact,
They
they've
might
grown.
try. I don't know why people are in love with this version of Seedlock.
It's fun to draw cards.
I guess so, but like you also draw cards the other way. Can't see tracker? Okay, good point.
One thing I'm thinking about already in this matchup is they have that like empty deck, and oh yeah, let's buff our board. Yeah, let's do that.
This is
That
the
seems
correct
powerful.
one. And go face. And good luck.
Yep. They have that like when your deck is empty, you can play like the 15/15 lifesteal or something like that.
Right, yeah.
We probably want to figure out how to trapdoor spider it. Was what I was thinking before they exploded.
Seems decent.
Isn't that crazy that like the turn before we could have played a call to arms, they died?
It's true.
You know, they died on our
Yeah,
turn
functionally.
4.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like
turn 1.
we did, and that was not a good board to call to arms into, because we had the Trog set up. We didn't have space for all the minions that we wanted to rip. So yeah, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean, the deck feels like you get way more just wins with it. You don't have to grind out these like positions every single game to like get advantage. You instead just slam, and oftentimes you just punch them in the mouth before they're ready.
My sorcery will prevail. Fire cleanses everything.
Don't get baited.
Don't
We
get
are
baited.
we are going second, which is a boo boo, right? We fucked up going second.
That's okay. It's not good to go second in Hearthstone, mostly. But, you know, it's okay. We gotta sometimes. Let's go find our broken cards. Hey, look, we found some broken cards.
We got some broken cards. I'm liking how this plays out a lot. It's a little bit interesting. Oh, elementals? This is interesting.
Heck yeah. 30 elemental.
Yeah, I would play
what
30 elemental.
What are the 2 drops in elemental decks? Or I guess
He could play a 3. He could play a 3/1. He could play a 3/2 that prints little shitters. He could play 2
wanna
1
play
drops that have 2
Sanguine.
health. Sanguine? Okay. I figure we just start like filtering out so that we can get our shatters
Yeah,
together. But maybe I shouldn't stress too
I want
much
to
about that.
coin Boogie-Down next turn. There we go. And that's why we played the Sanguine over the Miracle Salesman, so we can do the trade into the 3/1.
Yeah.
And hopefully have a Righteous Protector protect it afterwards.
This is good
So
too. The
let's
beam is
coin-
going to be fantastic. Coin the Boogie-Down?
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. All right. All right. Made the trade that we talked about.
Yeah. Great trade.
So they want to play a 3/6 at some point at a reduced rate. I don't know how much they've managed to reduce its rate. Whoop, here maybe it comes down. Yeah, the Trogs are going to be a little nutty for them. They can deal 2 AoE pretty easily.
We can deal
So-
3 AoE pretty easily, though. So that's nice for us.
Yes. Let's see how much they play around Beam. If they play another minion, we know they're not stream sniping.
By the way, I want to note one thing. You can see the shatter spell that we had in our opening hand.
There's a solar
Well,
flare.
that's a shame.
Nah,
The
it's all
shatter
right.
spell we had in our opening hand did not combine on time for 4 because we have a lot of other 4s.
Mm-hmm.
I think this case I'm just double Miracle Salesman.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to like next turn we're obviously call to arming, right? And maybe we top deck a one
Almost
drop.
definitely.
Like maybe we top deck a one drop that ends up giving us a little extra value when we play our combined stuff. I don't know.
Ooh, scary card.
I wonder if they trade or not. They might not trade.
Seems foolish. Or a Paladin deck.
All right.
So let's
What do you
take a moment and think.
I think it's still Rip Call to Arms.
I think I disagree. I think I want to
Options.
yeah, I think I want to trade a Snake Oil and Prismatic Beam. Because if they're going to play minions, I would rather they don't kill my board. Their board is going to be able to contest any Call to Arms board that we produce.
That's true.
And the second Prismatic Beams, they're going to play minions, and that can kill off the page turner there.
Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of damage, but we do get rid of this page turner.
Yes. This isn't a great spot for us, but hey, we've got a Prismatic Beam and a page or in a gold panner. So how bad could it be?
Keep on panning.
Keep on panning. They might be gassed out also.
They have used a lot of early fuel. They can print infinite gas almost with Inferno Herald. However, that requires them to use a lot of the cheap spells that they would have otherwise already used. If that makes sense. Like this hot streak. Like I don't. Okay.
That's okay. Notably, they didn't play an elemental that turn either. Yeah, so let's call the arms. Heck yeah. Order Hog Champ.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and we're playing this Crab Rider.
All right. Hopefully they're not running something wild like Fireball. Sometimes you see bad. Yeah.
They did not play an elemental.
Thank goodness.
And here comes our Crusader Aura.
I'm going to drop this thing down.
Yeah.
Always Aura.
Always. We have two Crab Riders. They might be dead. I'm not doing the math.
They might be dead. They might be dead. I am also not doing the math. They were in fact dead. Dude, this card's so stupid. Like I do this all the time. It's like I don't know if it's lethal. I'm gonna play it and maybe they are dead.
I know it's. You think you need to add 4 for the Crab Rider, but it actually keeps them up from the first. You actually need to add 6 onto whatever you're looking at. For the Crab Rider.
I don't count. This is why I don't count this shit. Beam stream strat was genius. Yeah, I would have lost that game. I would have lost that game on my own for sure.
Yeah, it is still about sticking the boards, having the right boards. Your boards are more expendable, but they don't need to be. You do need to have the board to win the game.
As an aside, I do like how many bubbles we make with this deck, which will slow down the Odd Paladin. Don't get baited.
Don't get baited. This is Odd Hunter in my mind.
Oh, Odd Hunter, excuse me.
Hell. Eee. Stinky hand.
None will survive.
Okay, so we didn't draw Iron Deep Trog in our opener. Yeah, we're gonna play that.
Okay.
Yeah, Divine Shields don't trigger the quest, which
Yep.
is real good.
Yep. Yep, bubble's good.
However, if we drew Boogie-Down or Vindicator, I'm still gonna hero power.
Okay, you would hero power in this scenario? Or it depends on your draw?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the Salesman.
Okay.
You know, their spells are gonna kill something. Their quest is gonna keep on going. Anyway.
I would love Boogie-Down top deck. That'd be pretty sick.
You and me both. So let's say we draw Prismatic Beam off the top.
Nah,
This
I'm
would-
just good.
Oh, okay,
just
okay,
good.
there you go. Yeah,
I'm
do
just
that.
I'm just skilled.
Yeah, we're attacking.
All right. Am I making this trade, or am I just going face?
What does the dog do besides attack?
I don't.
to our dogs?
It adds another damage to overwhelm, which I don't think is highly relevant. So I guess I'm just gonna go face.
Yeah, upstairs. Yep.
Yeah. I think I have to ask
Yeah.
the question.
No, I think it's a great point. As a newer player, I overtraded for sure because value is good. Value is easy to understand. Value is I got more cards out of the situation. It helps with this deck to at times reframe it, or at least other aggro decks as well, to reframe it as like a, can I afford not to go face? Can I, I want to go face every time. Is there like a card that makes me trade? Yeah, let's call the arms.
It's nice that we did top deck a
3/2 drops.
3/2. Okay.
I'm not attacking with the Crab Rider there.
Me neither.
I'm going all face. Yeah.
All face? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was worth trading with the Righteous Protector into the 1/1. In case they have
Use
some
both
way to get the...
overwhelms.
Yeah, it is overwhelm. Well, I mean, they just used overwhelm. Wound Prey does functionally the same thing. Yeah, it's just go face. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why we'd want this dog off the field is for Tolvir, but Tolvir was going to clear our board no matter what anyways, I think.
Why no
So is
crab
that,
trade?
though.
Because we want to keep it away from the hero power.
Yeah, it having 4 health is huge.
Ah,
well.
sniped our crab. Well, it's kind of fine. We do
They
have
have to kill
waves
off
and
this-
waves of Dargons coming.
Yeah. They do have to kill off this Web Lord prior to their big old friend coming down.
They've
But
killed
they have
everything.
cleared the board.
They've killed everything, but they only have a coin in hand, and their next... I'm going to do Miracle Salesman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They have no
And
way to
here's the
finish
thing.
the quest, I think, for the next couple turns.
Yeah, it's like
They need...
a fetch.
They need specifically...
Oracle,
Oracle,
Fetch,
yeah.
or Tolvir are all good cards.
Fuck.
So that's a good card.
Bastards.
If the minions don't actually die, they're gonna die. What am I talking about? The Urgent Spines hasn't been played yet, though, so that's
Yeah, the
good for
Urchin
us.
Spine hasn't triggered yet, so we have... That's actually an okay hit for us. That's not.
Oh yeah, they reset the quest.
All right, that could have been worse.
Yeah,
Could have been better. Could have been worse.
yeah, that's true. Both of those are true.
All right.
Web Lord flight maneuvers. For
Yeah.
Sure.
That's pretty funny.
Uh-huh. Boom. Try to be this.
Okay.
And this is what I sort of mean as your boards are expendable. You have so many boards. These boards have gotten weaker over the course of the game, but they all were presenting pretty big threats to the opponent.
Right. They're kind of out of fuel. I would love to know what that card is off of tracking that they randomly got. They do have a coin in hand, which is an extra hero power, should they choose to use it.
They've
Okay.
okay. Tough. All
Okay.
right. Well. Okay, so this is gonna look weird. We can just play that because we only have 2 1-drops in our deck. So we can go, yeah, Boogie-Down into Flash Sale.
Okay.
And one of those is Iron Deep Trog, which is gonna be 4 HP.
Oh boy.
That's an issue, huh? Huh, bud? They might have to 2-turn that. I'm not kidding.
Or they might have, like, and the again, I said it before, the Noyotron is not insignificant at this particular
Very
moment.
real.
Uh-oh.
I agree.
I can see the smoke. Okay.
Well, this one is probably lost.
It's probably
but
an
we can
L.
see- Yeah.
This deck is
We can-
unbeatable. I don't know. They drew all their good cards, and that's not something you can usually say about Odd Hunter.
You can also say, if you remember, opening hand was Flight Maneuvers, Call to Arms. Flight
Oh,
Maneuvers.
yeah. Our opener sucked. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it was not perfect. We did draw Boogie-Down on 3. That was sick. But other than that, like, the hand was kind of stinky.
dookie.
So,
Yeah. So,
yeah, you can get us out of this game if you want.
okay. So, follow up. Somebody's brought up Dungar Bridge, Dunboulder Bridge. Sever a bridge deck with the Trogs? No. The answer is no. It's too fucking slow. But
It's the issue is all our minions are on board on turn 3,
yeah.
not turn 4. That card would be really good if Call Arms still costs 5. Actually, that then you could curve it out. You know, it's a you know what this deck might want over that card would be a Hatching Ceremony, the card that I'm the only person who likes.
You're the only person who likes Hatching Ceremony? That card seems nuts on paper.
It might be good in this deck. It might be better than Flash. I have no. You would draw it with Vindicator. You would have to change the build. But I mean, like, I don't know. With how easy the boards are, it sounds nice.
We have the chance to be very funny. Is it ever Trog coin Trog against Rogue? I don't know which Rogue it is.
So I wouldn't say this is getting baited. I would say, like, let's think. Yeah, have you seen Pirate Rogues as of late?
No.
Let's keep it. Toss the other 2.
Okay. No, almost exclusively not.
What a hand. And if it is Pirate Rogue, we drew the Righteous Protector. Yeah, let's double Trog them. What's great about double Trog is they're unkillable with spells.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, do you have Cleave right now?
Yeah, dude,
Forked
great.
Lightning.
Do you have...
I guess I have a Blade Flurry.
I mean... Okay, yeah, it's one of these people.
You say that like I've ever seen this card in Wild. What is happening?
They're playing Alex against us. Do we want to Gold Panner?
Yeah. We have boards. We need cards so we can find our buffs.
they're going to try and race us down, and we're going to try and stop them. I think the Weblord is relevant.
So it isn't after they cast their next spell.
Yeah. Unless they, I don't know, are nice.
Yeah, if
Clear
they play a
shit. They're
minion,
not going to.
walk a Trog in, replace it with a Weblord.
I don't think they do.
They just drew 2 minions. Maybe they play one.
Well, they'll have stealth.
Yeah.
To be completely
Smart,
pedantic.
All right. That is not enough buffing to actually kill them next turn. So
Well, maybe we'll draw enough
good
buffing.
thing.
Who knows?
Good enough. Good part of Iron Deep Trog is if they aren't playing with animation cheating, these animations are highly annoying.
They are.
Iron Deep Trog has soloed Nazmani before.
Yes. True.
Just because after you play a spell, you have to, shake hands with each and every one of these lightning bolts on board.
Well, we got Crusader's Aura, so GG's.
Yeah, let's win the game.
Or are we off by... No, we have 21.
No. Crusader's Aura was 14 damage by itself there. What a card.
What a card.
By the way, we played the Panner there on 2 over like Miracle Salesman and Righteous Protector there because we detected we've got board, especially with the Boogie-Down in hand. We had boards. That was taken care of. Let's go find our best buffs. And right there, we drew the final card we could have drawn maybe before dying. We drew our best buff.
Yeah, true. Like that's why I asked about the Panner, because it's just like, all right, well, we have board. Let's find the damage. Let's find the buffs.
What's great about this deck is you can get in maybe 30 games an hour with it also.
They're really
Queue times
fast.
are queue times are regularly longer for me than the games. And if the game was longer, it means I lost.
You never wistfully look at something that like adds a little bit more sustain to the deck, right? Like you just accept those and move on. You're like, I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose quickly.
It's like the best sustain would be like the second flash sale or something. But nah. Okay. Shaman.
So I
Shutterwall?
don't know. It could be big.
Okay.
It could be even. I'm not that far away that it couldn't be even. So that's why I'm like looking at the beam and I'm like, maybe I want the beam, maybe I don't.
I think I would rather just ship everything but the Boogie-Down then. If I'm really unsure, let's just do our most powerful things. Also, what's really good versus versus totems are playing our own 1-drops.
Oh shit! Look at there you go.
There we go. But like Sanguine
Also-
Soldier and Crab Rider, also
Go
like
ahead.
to look at this.
Could be Elemental Shaman, almost exclusively never. All right, I'm gonna play my Sanguine Soldier.
Yeah.
We'll go for more stats with the Stonehearth Vindicator, or would you like
Yep.
start Crab Rider trading?
Nah, let's do our powerful thing.
Yeah, it's just cool we get
Let's,
to get to
let's-
do this.
We're annoyed by an Anchor Totem, I think, right? On this turn?
Anchor
But,
Totem would
like,
be
that's
a Nah, we're all right.
Anchor Totem would be a hard one to tempo in the face of this, you know?
I've seen it, but yeah, I've seen it,
It-
but that doesn't mean it's a good play. That's just like that's one of those plays that bots would make. All right, I'm gonna rip the Vindicator.
Yep.
Strength comes from
Vindicator does great into this 4-3 also.
Certainly does. Well, that's very nice.
That is so good. It's so consistent at just getting these boards.
I'm glad that the hydration station has finally made it. All right. Our Boogie-Down doesn't really do much anymore, does it? We only get 2 bodies from it. How do you like doing like Liadrin and then sending like a snake oil salesman on her as a carpet?
I love that. I love that.
Where are we trading?
Let's do the 3-1. Actually, they play Devolve, right?
They do sometimes, yes.
Okay, then let's try to keep the 3-1 around. Nah. Let's just 3-1 into the 5-3. It's too clean.
Yeah.
Let's Iron Deep Trog and Salesman into the 1-3.
Salesman with the Divine Shield or no Divine Shield? Oh, 1-3, excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, 1-3. That's okay. Let's do the 1-1 and the no Divine Shield. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Right.
they got the idea. They got the idea.
I should. What I was trying to do there is preserve the bubble on on the salesman, and so use the other one to like a little value trade, play into Maelstrom Portal that they don't play for sure.
Works for me.
But I guess we play into Jam Session that way. But
I don't know how much you can really play around. I guess it's a common enough card. But we filtered out basically everything we could possibly filter. So you got to figure we're at some point going to start drawing our call to arms, our flight maneuvers. We can kind of build behind it. I'm going to run an ad now,
totally.
chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, totally, for sure. It's just, that was their best board clear that they probably had. Devolve, we can't play around at all. When I said, like, play around their best board clears, best board clear there was Devolve, and I thought, can we keep the Vindicator around as, like, keeping a 2-drop after Devolve?
Right.
That doesn't even sound that good. Let's trade. It's in the trade on it was so good into a 5-3.
True.
So let's trade that off. But then the second best clear was Jam Session. And we probably could have done some clears to, instead of going through all these value trades that I was like lining up. Oh my gosh, you're so good, Schmoopy.
I know I am.
Okay. Alan,
Don't
I
get
assume this is
baited.
the mirror. Well, we might want to get baited here.
Yeah?
Because we've got it all.
We don't have any buffs.
We've got it. That's fair. We can ship Call to Arms. I like Sanguine Soldier. Because they see we're on
I
the
do
coin.
too. I was going to play that on one, actually.
They see they're on the coin. We're on the coin. They want to play Iron Deep Trog. I'm assuming this is the mirror. And if not, it's a good enough card. Oh, it's...
My MMR is the best.
My MMR is like 50% green Olok. It is heck in comparison. Alright, well, let's do a Vindicator play.
True strength comes from within.
From within. And I'm shipping phase. Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead.
Yeah, we got Righteous Protector. It's protected.
CTA with secrets is weaker. For this build, yes.
CTA with Secrets is worse at creating boards, which is the most powerful thing in this deck. So I don't think we need to...
Vindicator again. Or,
yeah, I think we have to... well, real quick. We're going to Sanguine and then Weblord, I think.
Okay.
I want a Weblord, I believe.
I do too.
Yeah.
If it's
just
Reno, if it's Reno, the Weblord is really, really jamming them up.
And once the Weblord is cleared, it probably means that's when we actually need the Vindicator. So we aren't like stopping our own game plan right now.
We don't have a good way to outcast the... I'm sorry, outcast. We don't have a good way to finally dispel that. Interesting trade.
No, we don't have like a great way, but it'll be all right.
I mean,
that's probably the best value we're gonna get with that card.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it probably won't get better. If it got better, the the game got way worse for us.
Mm-hmm. Dear God. Okay. I still like the Vindicator play. I'm actually going to try to peacefully coexist with the Emperor in my mind.
So I think I agree. But I'm wondering if Vindicator is the right play. I'm trying to figure that part out.
Or whether we just do flash sale and stick this board.
We have a board. Let's try to stick it, I think. Let's flash sale.
Okay.
I was thinking about the double 2-drop there, like Gold Painter, Trapdoor, Spider. But I think our Weblord freely dying was a little too easy for them.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was thinking the Vindicator play did get us a Righteous Protector.
Be reborn in my image.
Which is why I was like, okay, we still get Taunt that way.
Yeah.
Because we have Iron Deep Trog, we have Miracle Salesman, and Righteous Protector is the only 1-drops left in the deck. Which is the only reason why I was thinking maybe we do the Vindicator and we get the things. But this does improve our breakpoints. Oh, they're doing this deck.
What do you mean they're doing this deck? Like, this is a deck to know.
Yeah. I mean...
let's call the arm.
I would love to get
call the
Liadrin,
arms.
please. Liadrin, please,
Yes,
baby.
that's what I'm hoping for.
No! Why are you like this,
We pulled
Liadrin?
2 1-drops. We can clear off the Titan, so let's do that.
Okay.
And I'm scared of all the minions they've drawn, so I'm playing this Trapdoor Spider, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's safe.
I think our board is good enough. Like, yeah, it would be nice to draw a buff with Gold Panner, but I think we want to do whatever we can do to protect this board already. Treat our Trapdoor Spider as a buff, kind of.
I agree. They're trying to do like Thaddeus and then play the minion that, well, okay, I don't give a shit what order, chat, shut the fuck up. They're trying to have Thaddeus on the board. They're trying to play the minion that has the permanent buff spell, and Thaddeus makes it cost 0, and then you just spam it on something like, let's say, a Stone Tusk Boar, and you go face with it.
Got it. They should instead do like Stone Tusk Boar plus like Light Speed.
Something
like
to
way
yeah.
easier.
I mean, well, it's like light speed. It's like light speed, but in Paladin.
Yeah.
Mistakes of the past.
Okay, so we're gonna be good Wild players, and we're gonna remember that shit is coming back.
Move quickly.
Yes. However,
Totally.
in the meantime, I
have
think
to
we're gonna
build.
try to shove. Yeah.
Yeah, we
and
have
what
to
we're
build.
gonna do pass.
We only have Iron Deep Trog as the only 1-drop left in the deck, by the way.
Well, let's tutor that out at least. Yep. Yeah, we'll play.
Is it ever Prismatic
Yeah.
Beam and Cold Panner?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so at all.
Because anything I summon is just gonna die to this, right?
Prophet, guide me.
I'm making a
No.
3-1 and a 1-2, and they can trade into me cleanly.
Yeah, let's do it. Prismatic Beam Gold Panner. Let's do it. Yeah.
Because I don't think we're getting better value for it. It's a similar situation to what we had before.
Yeah. That's a great card. That is a card we can pay mana in the correct way that doesn't mess up our board with Erechinus. You know, we can.
Yeah, it's
play
coming
the
back
Crusader
next
Order.
turn.
So right now we're losing the Trapdoor Spider if this Panner sticks. I don't remember anything else. I just remember that was our last minion.
The Captain's Parrot I can't speak to. I think they just drew Marin, but they're fucking morons because they're running fucking Captain's Parrot. So like,
The best thing about Call to Arms is it still loses to the worst decks imaginable. This is
Still.
actually core to the deck.
Ah,
Yes.
ah.
In the past, when I would do a really good job climbing, and there wouldn't be other people in like the top 20, top 10 online, and my queue times would start to rise up to like 3 or 4 minutes, I would leave queue to make sure I didn't get someone at like rank like 800. With that, because they were inevitably going to beat me.
They heard you. They heard
Yeah,
you, dude.
interesting choice. I think I'm just killing off this captain's parrot and passing.
Get your own pan.
I just
Keep on panning.
don't see a great reason to play cards. All right, the Web Lord is back. Hopefully they didn't account for that. Oh, hello, Thorson. I forgot we didn't kill
Yeah, Emperor's there. We never killed him.
Hell yeah.
They can kill it, though, right? Like, yeah, they can kill something. They can kill things. We can also kill them. I don't know. Things go terribly wrong here.
Yeah, it's so I fear we just get like hit with like a Lone Ranger and then explode. Okay, but
City
they're
Tax
gonna have-
was not on
there's-
my bingo card.
At least I've seen that card.
Yeah.
They'll kill the Crab Rider. Just leave it up. It's okay.
I know their cards don't cost anything. I still don't.
Oh,
I don't regret not killing the Thorson, by the way.
no! There was never a good trade.
They didn't do anything.
Okay.
That was weird.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what I want to happen is I want to get either a Trapdoor Spider or a Web Lord. This hand doesn't draw those, so let's trade off this Miracle Salesman and trade. But real quick, let's probably Crusader Aura first, so we can trade into like the Lotheb.
Okay. And trade it off.
Yeah, and let's. We didn't hit it. Okay. Second best thing is to probably say this is our final board. Let's like Crab Rider, Gold Panner.
Okay. Am I trading the 1/1 Crab Rider into the instrument tech?
Yes, and then into the Thorson. Or well, yeah. Let's do the Righteous Protector into the Thorson,
Okay.
and then the Fresh Crab Rider into the ETC.
I co-sign this, sure.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we're dead.
We didn't find. Yep. Yeah, we didn't find our interaction. We did our best job to trying to find it. Oh, that sounds looking.
Ah, right.
This is yours.
Now the Captain's Parrot makes sense. Now the Captain's Parrot makes sense.
Played 2 Christologies that game and drew 2 off of both of them. I assumed they were a Reno deck until they did that.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, we nearly got there.
Nearly got there.
Starfish is a good card versus us.
That
but
is true.
We couldn't have gotten Web Lord down any sooner. Because they Starfished us on their turn 3 after we Vindicator.
I'm
Boogie-Down.
chalking that game up to, like, that's just one of the games you're just going to lose. And you just have to accept that.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. We did our aggro job. They
Stay in the
controlled us and then killed us.
I will
The
fight
timeout was
with
nasty
honor.
also.
How do you feel about keeping the flight maneuvers with a hand like this? Or is it still chuck it? We have a boogie down.
If you check the top and bottom of the pamphlet, don't get baited. The 2/5/3 because by keeping it, all you're saying is I really want those dragons when I play the.
Okay.
That's all you're saying by keeping it. Go ahead and ship those. Let's go find our Best 1-drops.
Okay, this is Pirates.
Oh, but there we go. We got a 1-drop. That was scary to mulligan away the salesman, but trust the deck. We have 8 1-drops, and if we missed, it was probably going to be fine anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, this is tough.
You know, I'm actually kind of optimistic. I really like the Trapdoor
Oh, yeah.
Spider here because they really want to try and get a boat down or a Hosen, a coin Hosen. Trog into patches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't, in these aggro mirrors, try to not let them, like, value trade
Yeah.
you, because you're, you know, the less mana you have to spend on building a new board, the more you can, like, spend on, like, winning the game.
I think he's got the Hosen.
Yeah.
He
Nothing
kept
we
2
can do
cards.
about it, though, so let's boogie.
Yeah.
Don't think about the Liadrin salesman. Yes.
No. No, because then it's all goofed. Your next turn's all goofed if you do Liadrin.
Yeah,
Salesman.
it's the finale is a real thing on Boogie-Down. You've got to. Oh no, I have to play it on curve.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't play the 1/3 pirate with that toy boat, so that felt good. Now I kind of like the salesman with the matriarch.
Okay.
Kill off the toy boat.
Like double trade and
Or
kill off
do
the
you-
toy boat. Here's
Or we can just
here's
Crusader Aura kill off.
I was gonna say here's a mental play is you rip the Crusader Aura and you trade into the boat.
No,
But
that's actually the right play.
It kneecaps their draw in a really funny way. And also, there's a high probability if we draw stuff off the top that Liadrin can also give rush. So it sets up a swing turn back. We can also hero power, right? Like, this is a pretty good swing back turn.
We can kill off a Hosen with this hand. So, like, we're actually doing fine. I just got a little baited, but, you know, take your time, think about your aggro turns. The lessons from the Reno Hunter guide still persist in take time, do tempo correctly. Yeah. And
Ew.
yeah,
That's
let's play our cards.
Easier to draw blood.
Yeah, then let's kill the big ones because they might have Wind Fury one day.
Just use more.
Ew. Ew. We're going to really swing back hard. I would love to... Will they use both their chargers?
Pray for us.
Their Trickster costs
Oh.
6 right now?
And we have another turn of Crusader Aura.
Mm-hmm.
Hero Power, Flight Maneuvers.
Reporting for duty.
I'm
I'm
gonna
killing
trade
this
this-
toy boat, though.
I'm going to... What's up?
So we probably want to...
Oh, we want to just
we
trade
probably
first
should've-
and then put the bubble on it.
Yeah, that's okay. That could have been a tip and a trick. Sometimes
Don't want to do
when you
trades
don't
first.
need the attack, yeah, go ahead and bump first. But we should be fine, especially with the second aura in hand.
We have enough on board right now. The important thing is that the Web Lord keeps a bubble. Because they really want to, at best, at this position, Trickster, Salad Dressing, and AoE us for 5, but none of that actually solves anything because they don't have the mana because of the Web Lord.
Mm-hmm. Also, deal 5 to everything does not work with bubbles.
Yeah.
No, and you know, the dragons are nice here, I'll say, but
yeah.
the dragons were not going to be nice on 4, which is why you would want to keep the card.
Yeah, we jammed blood up.
I get.
All right. Did you want to play any more, Jacque, or are you? Do you think we've done a good job of showcasing the deck. I'm good for another if we want to just sort of round it off.
Let's do
with
one more. Let's do one more win, or one more good win. And a good win. Sometimes it's just demolishing them on 4.
For these, I show
this
everything. For these, I show all the games because I think you can learn something even from the losses. Honestly.
Yeah. No, I just said good win for like my own mental.
Yeah. Second Crusader or a BM. I mean, I wanted them to know that like it was on. 12-year hunter feels really bad to play against with this deck.
I kind of agree. If you go first and you have Iron Deep Trog, very good, because they're gonna have a removal spell for it. But they have to play it before they play their quest. But their entire deck is removal, and removal piles have always beaten Call to Arms. That's true. But if you sequence your buffs and your boards the best you can squeeze more percentage than you might feel. Don't be discouraged when they kill your minions. Play another.
All right.
Now this is a bad matchup. Assuming they're Solthris or any other warrior deck that plays the good cards.
All right. We don't get baited. But I really like the fantasy of seeing a giant Iron Deep Trog board into Crusader Aura. But I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think it's
Aura.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. There's too much easy removal for the Trog.
Yeah.
Hi, Beam. Jacque, did you know that us drawing Beam is further proof that the Blizzard algorithm is against us? Are we just doing 2/1 drops?
Yeah, 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have to play a little bit like an ape with this deck. Just like keep on going at it.
Like being an ape.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Yeah, let's
Boogie?
boogie.
Let's
Yep.
boogie.
Let's go face. Their armor count matters if you're playing like shield block and shield shatter and stuff.
Yeah.
Since my last time on here, Unleash the Crocodilus did in fact get nerfed. Alright, we're not gonna play that card.
Okay.
It's only gonna summon 2 minions. We're fine.
Well, I was thinking if we trade off the Righteous Protector.
We can just play a Gold Panner instead.
Okay.
And
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and then let's Hero Power, and then let's trade off this Righteous Protector.
Okay. So this is a like board refill. Like we're not just expending this now. We have something behind to build off of.
Yeah, anything that was going to clear this board would also clear the Call to Arms board. Like this. Oh, that's not a shield shatter.
Here it comes.
The Aftershocks
Neither.
from the depths.
Pause champ. Here comes Shield Shatter. Surely the Shield Shatters now.
Surely. Shield shattered just a week away. Oh, they didn't find it. Well, let's attack the face. Maybe they don't feel threatened by us, which I gotta say rude, but they were right.
They were right.
We've got a lot of cards that we could draw.
They're about to get a bunch of cards that are all discounted.
Yeah, we might explode.
We might explode.
Like sooner rather than later. That saving odds
Sanitize
just
would be
costs
really
0
sad.
anyways.
Wait, what? Wait.
My
No.
favorite part
Okay, there we
about
go.
the ranks.
I was
that
waiting.
Yeah. My favorite part about the ranks that you play at normally, Schmoopy, is people love reinventing the wheel here.
Yes. They have to be. They have to be. They have to be unique.
Yeah, I want to call to arms here.
Okay, is there anything we want to play before we call to arms?
No, I want to play a Panner after to give it Divine Shield with Leodrin.
Okay.
Oh, good order, too.
I'm the best.
Heck yeah. I'm not sure it'll matter, but I don't know. They're playing a weird build.
Would it ever be Crab Rider there because of Aftershocks?
We don't have a board buff yet, and I really want a board buff at this point.
Okay.
This Call to Arms gets the rest of our minions. So, let's play that.
Nito Burrito. Second
I
crab.
think-
Oh.
So we're definitely playing the Righteous Protector because that fills
Okay.
out our mana.
The light dims, but we
I'm trying to
Do they
think,
have
what do we want to tax more? The Stone Skin Armorer? Or do we want to potentially kill them?
I think we have to try to potentially. I mean, I think we have to try to
agree.
kill them.
I want to try to kill them. Also, they might be able to clear one Crab Rider and not the other. Let's try to kill them with Crab Rider.
They have. Oh, they've used both shield shatters.
Yeah. They've used both Shield Shatters, a Starfish. They haven't used any Blade Storms.
I think we've exploded.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
Yeah. You see Warrior and you're gonna panic.
I was really hoping the Unleash the Crocodilus nerf was going to be like 8 armor rather than 2 mana. But we're here.
But we're here. Let's do one more. I don't want to end on that one.
Sure. Yeah, totally fine. But I don't know. I mean, we did like, what was an Oh My Yogg ever going to do in that situation? It's like they were just going to play another spell. You know, maybe they dig a little bit less, but you know, we were so good at building all those boards. They just cleared the right number of them.
Yeah, this definitely feels
It
like
also-
our losses have felt unavoidable. I think we've played the best we
Yeah.
can pretty much can into our losses. So if you're kind of like at peace and zen with like your losses being unavoidable and your wins being plentiful and quick, I guess this is the deck for you.
I think this deck can get you exactly where I am on the ladder. If you just calm down, you think out your decisions, you mulligan aggressively and stuff. I'm just outside the top 10. I reached rank 5 with this deck. I think that is sort of the upper peak with this. I think it collapses a little bit due to how linear it is, due to its bad matchup into Reno lock. But if you locked in and just thought about all your decisions, Schmoopy, you could be top 200 tonight and then top 50 the next night, top 20 the next.
Yeah.
Leodrin versus Gul'dan.
Like, when I first started playing the Vindicator build, I was out of the top 100, went 17-4 up to top 10. It's, like, very good. Warlock is a mystery on what they are all the time. I think I like keeping one Trog and
You wanna
shipping
keep
the
one
rest
Trog?
of the
Okay.
cards. I think so. Yeah. Just because, like, Disco, it can be, like, real annoying for them. I think.
I like being annoying to Disco.
Yeah.
Well, the Vindicator we got, so.
Okay.
Speaking of annoying,
I
are we
want
both
to
thinking
play-
about Coin Crab Rider? It could save us a lot
that's
of
actually a play.
damage.
That is a play I didn't consider. So what we're scared here is they have one of their Market the Lotus effects.
Uh-huh.
And I actually really like Coin Crab Rider. I was just going to Miracle Salesman and kind of, get better at contesting against it. But let's just clear it off. Yeah.
That is my thinking, is that they really want as many little shitters to stick as possible, and the more shitters we can remove, the sadder they're going to be. Ideally, we top deck, I think, a Righteous Protector. Oh, look at that. We would have been mega punished. I think we would have been dead.
Wow, this hand's amazing. Yeah, let's play our 1-drops. And the next turn, let's play our Vindicator. And then the turn after, let's probably play Boogie-Down.
Mm-hmm.
Really doesn't matter what they're going to do. I think those are the plays.
Yeah. They're protecting that. Did you notice they're protecting this, by the way? The Platosaur? They did not trade to kill off the Platosaur.
Those are the right trades either way, and they couldn't have killed off. Oh, I don't.
I have a personal theory of Platosaur where I look at I look and see how they react to it, whether or not it's something they seem like they want gone or not.
At least when Platosaur was played, when like Malkimp still cost 1. Oh, that's annoying.
We're kind of okay with this.
Yeah. So, real quick,
Uh-huh.
I would think I would want to Snake Oil trade into Boogie-Down.
Really?
Yeah. Because remember, if one of these board sticks, then we can flight maneuver. And that's all of our 1-drops. Our Call to Arms is now in old mode. Do you want to kill off that thing? I kind of want to kill off that thing.
I want to kill it off. I think it's bullshit. That's fine.
It's okay.
It wasn't bullshit, but
Nice.
it's still so funny.
Yeah, when Platosaur was played, when Malkimp was still around, if I always just put it in my head, if they ever drew, like, a card that would be good to discard with it, that's tough. They got me.
Yeah.
You just kind of had to, like, you had to kill it. It's just like, nope, sorry, I can't let you have the potential card advantage there.
How is Weblord Prismatic Beam looking to you?
It is looking pretty good.
It always dies. I think we have to choose what's not going to die
always
to the Chrono
dies.
Claws.
I would rather have a Crab Rider.
Options
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Sorry, I already committed.
No, I was considering it's like, well, with like the 3/6 taunt that like discards government hand, they have more battle cries, but Crab Rider is removal, and we like removal around these parts. So. Okay. Also, it might not die. They may kill the Sanguine here. Okay, they didn't, but. Ooh. Order.
Okay.
No, they don't want
this
to
is
draw
going
anything
on long
forward.
enough. I'm getting a little spooked about one thing. How do we kill a Duke of Below?
We're gonna kill them before, hopefully.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's do Call to Arms. Yeah, we go with
Leadrin?
Trapdoor Spider.
Come out
Yeah.
the correct order. She stayed in the deck. Okay.
We are playing the Crab Rider. Yes. We gotta
Are
spend
we
the
sure?
mana.
We could hero power.
Yes.
I guess that's fine. Hi, Leadrin. I think they really want to jam the God.
Yeah, the big fella.
They think they really want to jam the big fella. There's a big
Well,
fella.
they did it.
Interesting order.
It's a hard deck.
It's a hard deck, chat. I'm gonna trade the snake oil.
Yeah, we always have the mana to trade here, so let's start with that. Ooh. You wanna...
I kind of want to Liadrin flight maneuvers.
I think I do too. Yep. Oh, correct. I don't want to do that. It
That's
seems
what
right,
we
though.
have to do, yeah. Live and die by the discard. Says chat. Yeah, I mean, if they're over trading, I'm kind of okay with it. It's a little spooky because the only source of rush in the list is Liadrin.
Yeah.
So giving her up kind of sucks. Kind of sucks,
depth
but
chart.
they need to... I was going to say, you do need to, like, do stuff still. All right. I cut the Duke up below because there's so many matchups where he's fucking useless. But sometimes there's a matchup like this where he's putting in a lot of work.
I like him versus, like, the Reno decks.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do Weblord and Hero Power and Flash Sale to keep ourselves alive.
We might get there.
Double Crusader or
We
off the back.
might
This
get
might kill them.
there, actually.
You think they tap?
They're crazy.
They
if
still have a
tap.
Soulfire.
Oh, that's brutal. Why would you tap?
Yeah. Woo! Spicy tap. Oh, we are one off currently? Does that do anything for us? Does any card in our deck do anything for us?
We have Prismatic Beam,
Prismatic
which isn't
Beam.
enough. We have Call to Arms. We have Vindicator. We have Trapdoor. We have Snake Oil.
Prismatic Beam is enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's trade and hit the beam.
It did not.
Well, Blaze of Glory?
Blaze of Glory.
Yeah, we hit the beam there.
Also-
It deals. Oh,
How
do
many
They still have one of those left?
I don't know.
I-
Don't think so.
I don't know.
I didn't draw it.
I don't.
They did.
I think they were out too. Close. Yeah, if we draw a beam there, it hits the taunt, and then we can also play Crusader Auras, and so beam hits face, and also we attack 4 to the face. There.
I'm doing one more. Starting to rage quit. Rage
Yeah,
queue.
no, it's so easy to queue with this deck because it's like
So is Duke
every
still
game you're
bad?
like,
I don't like Duke in the list. I think there's more times when you're playing the list and you're trying to win earlier than Duke is supposed to come down that Duke's awkward. I'd rather still play target dummies. But like when Duke is good, Duke is good. I mean, we're talking about like shuffling around the 29th, 30th cards in the deck.
no, Hijo was talking a little bit of sort of turning into cute lock with Grim Rally and eggs and such. And you can get like really crazy with it. I don't believe that idea like really came to fruition. But there's a direction in that way where you just play every Mark of Lotus effect that the class has to offer.
Together we defend the dream.
Isn't it crazy we're gonna mulligan Call to Arms here?
Sorry, I'm checking a chatter that's annoying me.
All good. You know, an enemy.
I'm going to
my
keep the Iron
friend
Duke
is
drop,
also
I
my
think.
enemy. Yo, I'm keeping the Trog. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're mulliganing Call to Arms though.
Fair enough.
Uh,
This is really good. If it's disco, I think this hand is nuts.
Yeah. They did on that last game. They were on the play. They had Hardy Fiend into Shreds of Time. So they had us pretty good there.
No, it's a thing.
Okay.
It's one of these things.
Maybe they kept the quest, and now they're going to be a little upset here. Okay. Remember, there are 2 clears. Assuming this isn't Demon Seed, but I think Demon Seed would also play these
Domino
cards.
effect.
It's Defile.
Defile.
And Defile. Yeah. Defile and Domino effect.
I'm gonna pan her because
So-
we want to get deeper in our deck.
Yes.
Yes.
Crab Rider is...
We can give it Divine Shield later with the Adrian. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just not good at healing early. We don't have Blood Seal or anything like that.
Chat also brings up Table Flip, but I don't know if we can really play around Table Flip that much.
Nah.
I mean, I think Marty's list runs Hellfire. Like, there are other clears, but the ones that are really important to play around are Domino Effect and
You
Defile.
can't play around those. They deal 3. You can think about them. Is like,
Yeah.
oh, do I want to keep a 1/4 round
It's
or
playing around them.
like
right.
yeah. But the other ones are like the ones you can do like take an
Noob,
active
no one's
effort.
plays fucking. I'm sorry, Noob. No one plays fucking Trolley Problem. You're the only person who plays Trolley Problem.
Also, how do you play around that one?
You don't play around it.
What do you think they got off of Zeph?
I think they got
Wild
Lightning
Growth.
Storm.
I think they got Wild Growth.
Okay.
But
So what are you doing about
either
it?
way, we're playing Boogie-Down. That's what
Okay.
like, I mean, what were you gonna do?
I did.
Face.
Yeah, I guess you're only keeping a
wow.
1/1 if you do trade into the Zeph there. What you doing, buddy? It did get Wild Growth. Good call.
It didn't feel like Zeph was gonna offer a board wipe there. We didn't draw one of the board buffs.
There's no board buffs
I'm-
for 3. I think we ship face, no? Or are you going to trade off the Righteous Protector and stick a Crab Rider and say this is our board?
No, because we don't need to add the Crab Rider. The board is already lethal enough.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I like attacking with a Salesman into Zeph. So I know there's no board buff for 3, but it does help us dig. So let's
Okay.
go. Also, we might find a second Panner. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not playing any other minions.
Okay.
I'm not hero powering either. We have Iron Deep Trogs that will duplicate just fine. And we might want that board spot for Crab Rider.
Yeah, I was thinking Marty's list does run Hellfire, but it's not really worth playing around.
How were we gonna?
You don't. You just don't.
Okay.
We got the shit half unlucky.
So now I like Crab Rider Boogie-Down.
Oh, okay. That gets a Righteous Protector and 2 Sanguine Soldiers.
Sounds like a good board.
Okay.
And now Crab Rider is real scary because it's sort of like in this mid-level board, you definitely have to clear this. Also, no, we needed to do it that way. I was like, we could have played Crab Rider afterwards, but finale. Tough.
Feeling like double trade Panner?
Yeah.
Actually, let's see. Ooh, is it ever Weblord? Weblord
So,
stops Untitled Customer.
Yes.
And it fucks with
which
Finley.
I think is important. Yeah. It just messes up game plans, for sure.
Do I place it over here? Or do I place it over here? Bracketed, right?
I can't see where the place it is. But
Right
I
or
think
left for domino effect?
Place it on the far right.
Okay.
So
I
they
doing
have to make a
Panner as
choice.
well?
Yeah, anywhere in the middle.
Panner in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can trade that thing and then go full face.
All right. I wonder if I would have ever put a second Web Lord down instead of the Panner.
Probably not.
Okay.
But yeah, we're already stopping Bob. We're already stopping my title customer. That
Annoying.
doesn't seem powerful enough. Kind of, maybe.
It's annoying.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Ew. Okay, yeah, they do not like the Web Lord.
Yeah. Oh wait, one thing I just noticed: our Shatter spell was drawn when we had 9 cards in hand, so we didn't
Correct.
get the right half.
Yes.
Which is a little annoying.
Were you playing around that? We could.
So I was thinking we could have like Web Lord and like given our board bubbles.
I really want to call
But-
to arms. It draws Liadrin and Crab Rider. If we're lucky, the Crab Rider gets Divine Shield,
Yeah.
and then we can throw a Web Lord down behind it, and I'm not killing the Righteous Protector.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. Nope, we suck. I hate myself. I think I'm good here, because we're going to get the Righteous Protector back. If we're punished because they have Reno Lone Ranger, so be it.
That is core to the deck that we can't beat that card. So
Yeah. That's a
if you
that's a
put Call to Arms
feature,
in your deck,
not a
you
bug.
lose. Yeah. Oh, off the top, show it. Show us the money. Oh, it's the other one. But this is why I wanted the Divine Shields.
Ah, I see.
Is to protect against these like Hellfire type effects.
We're still kind of okay.
And-
Let's see if we get a buff.
We have Crusader Aura already in hand.
True.
And does Prismatic Beam kill? We have a Crab Rider in play. Of course, this kills. Just play it, and then let's attack face and figure out if they're dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do everything.
Yeah,
Has to be, right?
I don't know. They don't know either.
They don't know. Nobody knows. Yeah, it's lethal. Good. Got there.
Good. See, wow, we had an extra 3. We didn't need the beam.
We did not need the beam, no. No, the beam was BM. But you know what? We weren't counting. And chat, neither
And
were you.
And right there at the end, you know, I didn't say I was playing around like Carrion specifically. We were kind of playing around like entitled customers. But we were doing a good job of thinking at each step of the curve, what is there like, you know, board clears that are now online. They kind of showed us that's like they didn't have the file or domino effect already in hand. So we don't really have to super hard play around those. But it's like now they can play Carrigan. Now they can play entitled custom. And eventually they hit 8 mana, and you have to say they can play Reno Lone Ranger. We ignore that one, and we hope we win. And we won.
We take those. All right. You know what? I think I'm good. Do you have any parting words of wisdom before we take off?
Don't get baited.
Don't
so many times.
Get baited.
Yeah. So many times in our games, we looked at 1-drops, 2-drops in our hand that it looks compelling. Miracle Salesman, the Crab Rider looks compelling. Send those back. Find Boogie-Down. Find Vindicator. You can always build a board. You are always going to draw minions to play. Only one game that I felt like we truly bricked was double flight maneuvers plus call to arms. And honestly, we still did fine there. We got
And we
really
hung in
close
that
to
game.
winning
Yeah.
that game.
We almost got there.
Don't be discouraged if they remove your minions. You've got more where that came from. Try your best to set up boards that are really hard to remove. So don't play into Defile. Don't play into Domino Effect. And think about specific cards you're going to your opponent might play. They play Party Fiend on 1. Maybe the Iron Deep Trog stays in hand. Maybe we're coring out a Crab Rider. Tempo good, climb high ranks.
Tempo good, climb high ranks. All right, and if you enjoyed this content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing on my YouTube channel. Jacque, where can we find you?
You can find me on Sunday. I will be one of the broadcasters for the Alestrals Premier Tournament. That was announced today. I am going to do a little commentary for that game. It is a completely different card game. It'll be a paper TCG. I've been shuffling cards here the entire time while we've been playing.
Beautiful.
It's the game's pretty fun if you're interested in the game. I really like the game, but that's where you can see me. I haven't been streaming a lot lately. I have 2 jobs now, so that is why I haven't been streaming. But
Jobs.
maybe come next month you might see me a little bit more.
Sounds like fun.
And also, last thing, everyone say congrats to Schmoopy on getting partner.
It really is like a I don't know. It's nice getting the congratulations, but it's almost like it's not just me, because like if nobody watches you, if nobody shows up, if nobody watches these guides, it doesn't happen. So it is a fun accomplishment. It is fun to build something, but in the end, you don't get partner by yourself. So thank you for watching, and we're gonna send Jacque off into the abyss. Okay. Goodbye, Jacque. Have a good night. He's gone, chat. He's gone. No.